Let me start by saying this. 95% of our clients, absolute gems, gold star clients. They love what we do, they pay on time, and they appreciate the clean yard without ever lifting a finger. But then there's the other 5%. You know the ones. The clients that want you to come right before the mowers come, and they want an exact window down to the minute. Or they simply cancel service for the day because there's clouds in the sky and it might rain. They don't want us getting wet. They don't want us getting our shoes muddy. They don't understand that you're 1 yard out of 30 for the technician. So he might skip your yard to avoid muddy feet, but he's gonna get muddy feet in 29 other yards. Today we're gonna talk about realistic client expectations, the types of outlier clients we've dealt with, and how we have built a 7-figure business by delivering consistent service without bowing to every single demand. For those that don't know me, my name is Justin. I own a 7-figure pooper scooper business in the DFW area. I've been in business for about 7 years now, and we have serviced over 200,000 yards as a company. I've done a few thousand myself, and I've dealt with the best clients down to the worst clients. So if you run a pet waste removal business, or you plan to, this is a conversation that you will have eventually. Because if you don't set expectations early, you'll find yourself being treated more like a personal assistant than a professional service provider. The ideal client is the one that you built your business for. Let me paint you a picture. They leave their gate unlocked, their dog is not a lunatic, they pay their bill on time, and they mow regularly. And best of all, they trust you to do your job that they hired you to do. They don't text you the next day saying, "Did you even come?" They don't demand that you ring their doorbell so they can verify on camera that you were actually there. And they don't send you a picture of a speck of poop saying, "I think you missed this one." We've had it. We love those clients. We protect those clients, and we serve the heck out of those clients. But then we have the outliers. Let's talk about those clients. Hey, can you come at 4:22 exactly, right before the lawn care guys say they're gonna get there, but also before my toddler's nap time? I'm sorry, but no. We route our teams by efficiency using a system that puts everything in place so that we can keep our prices down and our routes efficient. That's the only way that we're able to service over 1,000 clients a week and have hundreds of raving clients. We are not DoorDash for dog poop. Next, you have the rain skippers. They send you a text. "Oh, it's drizzling outside. Don't worry about coming today. I wouldn't want you to get wet." Let me clear this up. We scoop in the rain, in the sprinkling rain, in the pouring rain. We scoop the day after it rains, the day after there's thunderstorms all night. The rain does not get rid of dog poop. It's not chocolate. It's not going to get melted because it got wet. It's not just going to disappear. If that were the case, our one-time cleanups that haven't been cleaned in over a year, we wouldn't pull out 20 gallons of poop from those yards. So we scoop in the rain, and we do not skip for it, right? You making us skip for the rain only affects our routes. It affects our technicians. It puts a whole wrench in the day, especially if they want us to come the very next day when we have another full route of clients that aren't having us come another day or skipping due to the rain. So yeah, those rain skippers are very few, but they're frustrating when they happen. Unless it's dangerous with lightning or with thunderstorms, we're gonna be scooping. Even in those storms, we might delay by 10, 20 minutes. It's Texas, we gotta let the storm pass by. They usually move pretty quick. And then we're right back to scooping. We are very consistent on our days, and we do not like to move around or skip clients. Skipping actually creates double the amount of poop and none of the savings. We're still gonna charge, even if we skip your yard due to rain, because we're gonna have to pick up twice the amount of poop on the next week, which means it's gonna take us longer than it normally would. You're just losing value by making us skip because you dealt with poop for an extra week and you're paying the same cost. How about the over inspectors? They send you a blurry picture letting you know that you missed a pile. So We have a 24-hour guarantee. We send our technician right back to the yard. And guess what? The blurry picture that we couldn't really tell what it was, and this has really happened. It is a piece of bark or a piece of used charcoal. I've had it. Even had the client come outside to point it out to me because I noticed the charcoal. I felt like maybe she was talking about the charcoal, but she was home. So I said, I'm not seeing any poop in your yard. Could you maybe come outside and show me what you're talking about? Your picture's a little blurry. So she comes out there, starts walking around, and immediately has that attitude like, how do you not see this? And she starts pointing it with attitude. There. Do you not see this? I go over there, I'm like, man, this is charcoal from your grill. And no lie, this is her response. Well, it looks like poop to me. And then she stared at me as if, what are you doing? Pick it up. I drove 20 minutes back to her house. And I was in a panic because she said I missed several piles. And I'm like, I've been doing this for years. I don't miss several piles. That doesn't happen. I've done freaking 90 yards this week alone. No complaints. And your yard's easy. You got pit bulls. They have big poop. Low grass, right? Oh yeah, that was one of those. That was one of those outliers. Listen, we take photos of clean yards. We take pictures of gates. We have technician reviews, and we do quality checks. If we mess up, we own it. But some people just aren't happy unless they are hunting for a mistake. Unfortunately, those exist too, and that's part of this group. They will go out there and find this big just so they can complain, just so they can get a free service, or if they can't afford it anymore and they really want to cancel service. Some people feel embarrassed or they feel bad to cancel service, and they feel bad that they're canceling on us. But for some reason in their head, they make it feel better for them that if they cancel service because they're unhappy, they don't feel the guilt of canceling the service on us. You know, it's our fault. Those exist. They're a small percentage, but they do. And I touched on this in the first part of the video, but the third one would be the micromanagers. They're the ones that want you to not only send a text that you're on their way, but they want you to call when you get there. They won't answer, but they want you to leave a voicemail. It makes them believe you more, I guess. Then they want you to ring the doorbell. They won't answer the door, but they want to see you on their camera, right? Then you send a picture of their gate. Some want you to text picture of their yards, like showing that you got every part of their yard. They want 7 or 8 pictures. And then they want a picture of their gate. And then they want you to show them about the bag of dog poop on their doorbell camera again when you're done. Oh, we love our clients. We love the dogs. We're obsessed with what we do and doing a great job. But at the same time, we're running a professional service. We're not trying to be somebody's best friend and, you know, be like the neighbor next door. Look at all that I did. Here's a video of your yard. We're just not able to do that. That's not what we're in the business for. We come to your yard. We clean up your entire yard. We do what we're supposed to do, the way we're supposed to do it, what you're paying for, and we leave and go on to the next one. We're not there to spend 20 or 30 minutes and be your next door neighbor and I don't know, someone wants to use washcloths and clean off every blade of grass. So how do we deal with all of this? We set expectations early and clearly. When a client asks for something out of the ordinary, we say, that's not something we're able to accommodate, but here's what we can do. And if someone continues to push boundaries, we politely but firmly recommend that they find another provider. We can tell very early on that this is not going to be a good relationship, and it might end badly for us and lead to a bad review, even if we do everything that we're supposed to do perfectly. There are those people that will find something, anything they can. I had a client that was finding everything she could, and every single time I was able to nicely show her and professionally show her proof that what she was saying was not correct and had nothing to do with us, right? And then once she would text back immediately all these things, and then once I showed proof that what she was saying wasn't true, she would never text back. We wouldn't hear from her for weeks, sometimes even months if we were lucky. And then out of nowhere, you guys did this or that, blah, 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 and I'm not happy, and all these things and all these exclamation marks. And I'd be like, whoa, I'm sorry you feel that way. Let me explain. And I'd show her, this is why you're seeing this is why you're seeing that. Here's what actually happened. right? We're all good. No text back. You just pray for those. Bless your heart. Have a good day. Unfortunately, a high maintenance client is just draining on you and your team. They burn everybody out, they delay routes, and they disrupt your systems, which is not good for the business that you are trying to build, right? We want to get as many clients as we can, but I see that a bad client, a non-profitable client, is not the same as a client, right? Don't worry about your numbers. Worry about what you're actually getting and what you and your team are dealing with on a daily basis, and cut out the cancer. So let's flip the script a little bit on a happier note and let you know kind of what we expect from our clients. It's pretty simple and not a lot of hard things, right? We're in the business to make their life easier. And so these aren't things that we expect them to do to make things harder for them, but just to keep things flowing smoothly and help everybody out, right? We want gates to be unlocked on their service day. We want dogs to be put inside unless they are very friendly. They're just gonna run around watching us, sit on the porch and watch us, maybe lick us, take a milk bone. We carry treats for all of our clients' dogs. If they're friendly, that's fine. But if they are going to sit there and bark at us, lunge at us, growl at us, try to get behind us to bite us, they're biting our bucket, we expect those dogs to be inside. We also expect our clients to maintain their yard, whether it's mowing or raking up leaves or keeping large amounts of trash from being in their yard. Dogs do get in the trash and drag it out there, but they got to clean that stuff up. We can't scoop through a jungle. It's not easy. We also expect our clients to communicate changes. If they adopt a new dog, we need to know, not only so we can adjust their price, but also for the safety side of it. If they get a new dog that we're not familiar with, there's a good chance that we might think that we're in the wrong yard. We don't know how that dog's going to react to us. And maybe that dog, they adopted it and it doesn't like strangers in its yard. It's still a little skittish about what it's been through, especially if they got it from a shelter. And that dog may bite our technician. That's happened before where the client was like, they're good with my dogs outside. And then they get a new dog, so they leave it outside with their other dogs. We show up, that new dog wants to kill us. And so we need that communicated, not only so that you're not basically stealing from us if we're charging on a per dog basis, but also for our safety so that we're not getting attacked by dogs or we're not walking out thinking that we're in the wrong yard. We're not too picky. We're just professional and we're trying to do things efficiently. I think there's a difference in that. So just remember, building a business that lasts isn't just about serving clients. It's about serving the right clients. Set clear expectations, respect your team, and don't be afraid to say no. Because when you do, you make room for the clients who respect your process, love your service, and tell everyone they know. If you've ever dealt with those outlier clients, drop a comment and let me know the craziest requests that you've had. If you found any of this helpful, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and be on the lookout for more unfiltered scoop biz wisdom. I'll see you on the next one.